What is up, you guys? It is Dylan back again with another video from Carnage Outdoors. Today we're going out lobstering. It's opening day of season. We have 3 people on the boat, which means we can get 18 lobsters. We're going to try and do a speed run, see how fast we can get those 18. My goal is under an hour. Let's see what happens. Right now it is, what time is it? 3:15, so by 4:15 hopefully we'll have our 18. We'll check in underwater. 3:24, about to jump in the water. Had a little bit of a hold up, drifted off the spot a little bit, but we're back.
So welcome back underwater, everybody. Today is opening day of lobster season, so we went out there, tried to get them after they restacked back up. I caught this first one almost as soon as I jumped in the water and noticed it had eggs, so I let it go. So we swam a little bit down the ledge and we found this rock that had a couple lobster in it. This one I decided just to reach in and grab it with my hand. I decided it'd be easier. There was 2 more in there, but I'm gonna measure this one up and I make sure that he's legal before I put him in the bag. You saw that other lobster got shot out by TJ. I tried to reach in and grab him up on the sand, but I should have just grabbed the looper and got him like that. He was a little bit too fast for me. So he went back into the rock and we're gonna go try and get him out. TJ's trying to tickle him out and push him into the looper, but I can see that he like wedged himself in there, so when they do that it's easier just to reach in and grab him, which is what I did with this, and I get him out. But when I did that, it moved the other one a little bit and it gave TJ an opportunity to tickle him out. I reach in and push him a little bit and he goes right into TJ's net, and we get all 3 of them very quickly. So on this one, I noticed some tentacles poking out of this little sand hole. I'm making sure that there's no back exit for this one, and once I see that there's not, I decide to reach in and grab it by the base of the antenna. So I'm messing with it right now, trying to get her out, and I'm just poking, making sure she's not going to go shooting out the back, and I am able to get it out of the rock right here, and as soon as I do, I notice the bright orange eggs on the bottom, and I let her go to have her babies for the next time. So this is probably the best spot we found all day. I think we ended up catching about 10 lobster off this one little rock that we swim across here. All pretty much easy ones to catch. I think maybe 1 or 2 shorts we caught off this spot. Yeah, you can see how easy it is. You kind of just push them off to the side here and they walk out into the open. You get the looper right behind them and catch them super easy. So this day that we're diving is the opening day of regular season. The other days that I posted videos of us diving was mini season, which was a new thing that started this year on July 14th, and lobster mini season, which is something they do every year, which is the last Wednesday and Thursday in July. But this was from August 6th, which is the opening day of regular season, which is the first day that commercial divers are allowed to go out. I don't personally have my commercial license, but I dive with somebody who does. Today we were recreational, so I wasn't with him, but I do have a video coming out very soon of us going commercial diving. We did that the other day and we did pretty good, so I will let you guys know when that posts, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. But yeah, today we're recreational, so we're allowed 6 lobsters per person as opposed to 12 per person on mini season, or if we were commercial we would be allowed 250 total for the boat. But yeah, we're allowed 6 per person. We have 3 people on the boat, so 18 lobsters. So we're trying to do it as fast as possible and see if we can get our 18 in under an hour, which the spot helped a lot. So yeah, I think by this point we've caught like 4 or 5 lobster off this spot, and there's still a couple left in there. Right here I'm just trying to get this urchin out of the way so I don't get my hands stuck, which happens to me all the time. They'll leave little spines in you and it's a pain to get them out, but they don't hurt that bad. I did get stuck by a scorpion fish once though, which is a lot worse than the urchins. I do have a video of me getting stuck by the scorpion fish. Not the most fun day ever. But yeah, the urchins they're painful, but they're not that bad. You can keep diving after you get stuck by them. This is a nice large one that I saw off to the side of the other ones. Didn't even have to measure him. That's a nice big one. Add him to the pile for get us a little closer to our 18 total. So TJ's over there trying to catch another one. I'm gonna go help him out. See if we can get these last. I think there's one or two maybe left in there. So we're just poking him, trying to get him to walk out, and that's what we do right here. He comes out right here. He should be walking out. TJ went to go move that other urchin out of the way so I don't get stuck. So yeah, I get him to this position and he's using that little rock there for coverage, and I move it out of the way and he has no idea what happened, so I can grab him. It's nice, another nice big one. Still gonna measure him just to be sure, but he's should be easily legal. Add him to the pile and we are moving on. I think there's actually one more left in here. So once you when you start catching them, when there's a bunch of them in a little ledge like this, the more you catch, the further back they start walking. So by the time you get to the last few, they're all the way lodge themselves all the way in the back. So that's what this one did, and he went shooting out to this little rock and then went moving out again. And I'm gonna go clean up the last one. But I think this one unfortunately was a short, but he's thinks he's hiding from me. I'm trying to get the looper under him, but he curled his tail a little bit, but didn't stop me, so I got him here. But yeah, I think this one ended up being a little bit small, so I'm going to measure him and let him go to get bigger for the next time. So we cleaned them all out there and we are moving on. So this is another single in a sand hole. You see the little antenna sticking out there. So I'm going to try and slide the looper and get it to walk out towards me, which is exactly what happens right here. Get an opportunity to get the looper right behind its tail. She moves a little bit, but I got another opportunity right here, and as soon as I get it, I see the eggs right on the bottom, so I let her go to have her babies in peace. So here's another nice single one under this ledge. I was gonna go mess with it with the looper, but I decided that the using my hands would be a little easier. There I got way too close to that urchin. I should never have done that, but I didn't get stuck there, fortunately for me. But I was able to get this nice big lobster out and add it to the pile for our limit. So this is another nice single one in this rock here. But as soon as I go to, I get it out of the rock and go to loop it, it has eggs, so I leave it alone. One thing I've noticed from this season is there's a lot more eggers than usual, which is a good thing for the population. So we found these two under this rock, both pretty easy ones to catch. Just got to get the looper right behind them and scoop them up. But they ended up being shorts, so we let them both go to get bigger for the next time. This is a nice single we found under this rock. We both found it at the same time, so I decided to let TJ catch this one. And he gets it perfectly, shoots it right into his net, and scoops it up to add to the bag. So this rock here is probably one of my most consistent spots to hold lobster. TJ doesn't even have the numbers to this spot on his boat, but we just happened to swim across it, and today was no exception to it being stacked up as it usually is. It's just one of those spots that I can just go and catch every lobster off of it one day and then come back the next day and it'll be stacked back up. But we ended up limiting off this spot here. I think there was like 6 or something in here. But it's pretty consistent to hold at least 5 lobster every single time I go there, and usually more than that. I think the most I've ever caught off of it was like 15. But yeah, today I think like 6 or 7 were in there. But I have the spot figured out so well that the first time I went there, I thought they were all impossible to catch, and then the more I dive it, the more I'm able to figure out how to do it. I know the landscape of the spot pretty well and how to get them out. But at first it was pretty difficult. But once you learn how the rock lays, how the ledge lays, you can get them out. Even the most difficult ones. These ones were pretty easy though. There's a couple at the end that are a little bit more difficult. There's another back entrance on the other side that you saw where TJ was, and then there's another one off to more towards the bottom of the screen that I use to poke them more towards the open side, which is where I'm on right now. But yeah, these ones were pretty cooperative. So right now we're trying to work together to get these last few out and get our limit. So he's trying to poke that one to that little hole there. If you don't poke them the right way, they'll shoot off to the left into the ledge. That one, I think he ended up getting out the top. And then if you look here, there's a little crevice for them to go back there. And then on the left side here, there's another, this is the ledge part of it where they can hide in there. But you can get them all out. It just might take a second. So this one, I'm kind of poking him back and forth, trying to get him to shoot out that hole in the top. He wants to walk forward, but I want to get him to shoot out the top there. On this rock, there's that hole on the top that once you get them to go out of there, they're standing on the top of the reef and they should be a lot easier to catch. This one, he tries to use that little rock there for protection, but I'm gonna get him to walk out a little bit so I can get the looper behind him. Takes me a second because he's trying to wedge himself in there, but there's really nowhere for him to go. He's moving himself over to this left side here, and I'm gonna use that to get right behind him and measure him up and add him to the bag. It's a nice large one, but I'm still going to measure him, make sure that he's legal, which he is. You can see the gauge does not go over the back of the carapace. I encourage everybody to measure lobsters twice, once in the water and once when you get back into the boat, to make sure that you don't have any short lobster, and I always will double check to make sure that there's no egg-bearing females. I know mistakes happen. I could see how somebody could throw an egg bearer in their bag when they're catching them quick, but always double check, make sure you don't have any of them, because that fine is huge and it's also terrible for the environment to kill an egg bearing female. So I encourage everybody to double check their work and make sure everything they do is legal. Right here, I'm just gonna poke that one into my hand and grab him quick, and I'm gonna measure him and make sure he's good, which he is, and I add him to the pot. That was the last lobster that we needed to reach our limit, so I'm gonna go over and tell TJ right now that we have enough. So I'm tapping him to let him know that it's time to go up to the surface and that we're done diving for the day. Just got out of the water. Let's see what's 423. Right on time. We're gonna just recount, make sure we're limited. How we do today?
I feel like I carried the team over here a little bit.
Oh yeah, TJ carried. But 14, so we're limited. We got 14 plus 4, 18. That's our limits. We're going home, baby. Let's get it. I got my 6. TJ got his 6. Holden got his 6. We all did our thing. We got them. We're going home. See you guys next time. Catch you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the other videos. Peace.